Morning everyone. Good morning once again. So, thanks for joining the session for today. Is our first class. We'll go with the some introduction session for today. So, I hope everybody can hear my audio, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay, that's fine. So here, for the first one, normally in the demo time, we discussed about the SAP is a application software. It's a application layer. So we have the three layers in SAP system here, right? One is the presentation layer. Presentation layer where we have the SAP logon pad and SAP GUI. From here, we have the users here. From here, the users will connect to the our SAP application server, and we have the database where it will store the data here, right? So from SAP front end presentation layer to application server, then application server to the database, people will do these things here, right? So presentation layer, right? The presentation layer here, right? Then application layer here. SAP, it's a application. SAP is the application here. This is the SAP here. Then, so there is a database layer as well here. Database layer here. So this is the DB layer here, right? So here, what we are doing here, the first we are coming to the in this layer, middle layer. So application layer. Then followed by the database layer we will discuss here. So in the application layer, so what are the things we required to get the SAP system, and what are the preparation activities we have to do it here? What are the pre-steps we have to do it here? So these things we need to discuss, and what are the administration topics we need to perform in the SAP, right? So what are the our basis scope of activities for SAP systems? So these things we will discuss in this our sessions here. So presentation layer means it is our GUI, means our laptops, our browsers, so like our desktops. So our user interface, I can say user interface here. So from here, you will open the either URL or you will launch the SAP screen here. So from SAP screen, SAP will open. It is depend on the database here, which means each and every when you do the transaction, suppose if you take the IRCTC, this is the IRCTC purely running on the our SAP, right? As you know, this is there are the many projects. It's not only IRCTC, the Indian government railway ticketing system. So there are the multiple projects, multiple applications, multiple things are running on the SAP applications here. Not only Indian, the many where. So any worldwide. So SAP has there are lakhs of customers in worldwide here. So they are all are running the SAP here. But so if they're running, they have the SAP. Definitely they need the basis consultants are required here. If they read SAP basis consultants are required for their operations and to take care of their launch pad, take care of the SAP system administration activities and all those things here. So, sir, so we have the in the demo time we discussed about we have SAP. There are the multiple products are there here, right? So we discussed about the SAP has the multiple products here. One is the SAP ECC, right? SAP CRM, then SAP, so then SRM, then SAP, then so we have the so Fiori, then SAP, so MDM, MDZ. So there the multiple products are there. SAP PO and SAP BW and SAP so PIPO. So there the multiple 150 plus products are there in the SAP. There are more 100 plus products are there SAP. But it's not like that. Every customer has to use the all the products here. But they're the for every business, they're the commonly used products are there here. Commonly used products are there here. So some people they will go for the SAP ECC, CRM, then SAP BW. They're the most used products here. SAP PIPO systems, then SAP so ECC and BW are so PIPO And so we have the databases like SAP HANA database or some other databases. They are the most solution manager, SAP, the solution manager to monitoring the all the systems here, right? So we have the this kind of systems are their most used products in SAP here. So here, sir, what is S4 HANA then? You mentioned like so ECC, CRM, so SRM, so PO, SAP, HANA, there are the multiple products are there. That is fine. Most used products by business, every business. So they will use it. Suppose if I'm starting the food business, definitely, if I'm going with the SAP for food business, SAP is the my user interface. So your application for the my food business means, so definitely I need to use the not only SAP to maintain the customer relationship. I need to go for the CRM to maintain the my analytical systems, BW system to move the data from ECC is the central ECC, so enterprise core component here. ECC enterprise the core component, enterprise core component here. So which means every organization, enterprise means organization, core means the main component. Every organization they will go with the ECC core component here. ECC core component here. Why? Because this is a every company, every project, every business, you require the main transactional system is called the ECC. Every that's why it's a core component for the every organization. In this core component, so here there is a latest version. It's released. That is called the S4 HANA. That is called the S4 HANA. So this ECC will support on the so any other databases. Here ECC systems, CRM, BW, this will support on the any other databases as well. Any other databases means how many databases we have in the market. Anybody knows how many databases we have in the market?
SQL
SQL database.
or
Okay,
Oracle.
SQL database,
Oracle,
Oracle.
MaxDB,
MaxDB,
DB2,
DB2,
Sybase.
Sybase.
Sybase. Excellent, excellent. So and HANA database, right? So and ECC, these all the products are will support on the non-SAP data, non-SAP DB as well, right? So which means SQL Server, Oracle, DB2, MaxDB. So MaxDB and Sybase HANA are the SAP products here. So remaining products like SQL Server, Oracle, DB2, it's a SQL Server by Microsoft company, Oracle by Oracle company, DB2 by IBM. So then remaining three are the SAP here. So here you are paying the license for the SAP application, and you need to also as a customer you have to pay the license for the and non sorry this database, this one as well, right? You are paying for the data, you are paying for the non-SAP products also, you are paying the license. That there are the two licenses you are paying for the two different vendors. One is the SAP vendor, second one is the so Microsoft vendor or different vendor you are paying here, right? So means that is fine. But SAP, the recently they have announced. So you want to migrate to the we will not support the remaining databases. If you are using the ECC, CRM or BW, we will not support it. So then you need to upgrade to the HANA databases. But the customers already running on this databases here. Then there's a BB migration related activities we have to perform. And also they have announced and multiple times they have so extended their support to the so every customer who are already in the ECC, they are asking them to go to the S4 HANA systems. Why? Because S4 HANA, it will support only on the HANA database only, right? It will support only on the HANA system. That's why it's a S4 HANA. So simplified fourth generation business suite, it will run only on the HANA database, no other database. But who delivered the HANA database? SAP. So you have to pay the license, DB revenue, and also the application revenue also SAP is gaining now, right? So the two license, and also it's easy for them to investigate it. Why? Because both are SAP product only. So it's easy for them to investigate it, where the bug is, where the issue is here. So that is the main intention for them. So that is the reason the customers who are already in the ECC, by end of end of 2027 December, they need to go to the S4 HANA systems. That is the deadline they have given to the customers. Still, they have the 3 years period. So within this 3 years period means they will not go one. It's not the 1 year plan. So if you want to convert your existing business systems to the S4HANA applications, means there are the lot of procedures, lot of time it has to be taken, lot of assessments. So that will take a very longer duration. So they, before that date itself, they need to plan their business suite systems to the S4 HANA conversions. They need to plan this one. So that's the reason nowadays all the customer hurrying to go to the S4 HANA, right? So, but still customers are in the ECC. So definitely they should go to the S4 HANA in these 3 years. But when they will announce the date for your customers who are already there, so that is they will decide it internally. But end of 2027 December, that is the final, the maintenance end is going. So before in that, after that, what will happen? If the SAP still, if you have any EC issues in the ECC, SAP will not support. If you are already in the other databases, SAP will not support. So, and also if any box, they will not release it. New versions, they will not release it. Nothing will happen here. So, as part of this one, we are not going to discuss about the any migration and conversion related activities here, how to move the ECC and S4HANA systems. But here, our basis activities are almost 90% are common in basis activities. Whatever we are learning in the ECC or NetWeaver systems or S4HANA systems, so these activities are common in all the products. Almost all the products it's common. Only few are additional steps, so that we have to perform it. But so remaining all our administration activities are common. Core activities, I can say the basis core activities are common in S4 HANA systems as well. So there is no segregation, there is no differentiation. Sir, I need to learn the ECC basis activities as well as the S4 HANA basis activities. No, no, no. They may ask you, have you worked on the S4 HANA systems as well? So which means either ECC, the user interface, and the S4 HANA user interface, both are same. So there may be a new styles, new font, but the transaction codes, the way of our basis activities and our roles and responsibilities are common. So you no need to worry about that one. In case of if someone asks you, so sir, I have only ECC, I have worked on it. S4 HANA, I don't have experience, means it's a common. It's a common. But there are the some new tools or new transactions SAP introduced in the S4 HANA systems. So those things also we will discuss. So which means when you install the SAP system, normally one simple system we will do the SAP implementation, either NetWeaver product, so that everybody will get the chance to work on the NetWeaver stack here. So then if you are familiar, then you can also install the ECC. So both anything you can install, NetWeaver or ECC, you can install it. That is fine. But our installation procedure also same for all. Only so software is also common for all the products. Only core exports are the different here. It's a common. So that's the reason. So you no need to worry about this, or I am ECC. Then what about the S4 HANA? So S4 HANA also it's similar. Why? Because we have the systems in the S4 HANA system. You will get the access to S4 HANA system. whatever the things we are discussing, same way you can execute on the S4 system by as part of your practicals. So you won't feel like, so is it S4 system or EC system? You won't feel the differences here, right? Only few transaction codes are different here. So those things so definitely I will explain it and I will show you in the S4 systems as well here. So our basis activities, we will do it in the S4 systems also. Okay. You don't need to worry about this, all those things here. And DB side, HANA DB administration, we are going to discuss. Why? Because so everybody nowadays, everybody looks the HANA database skills only in their profiles. So definitely this is a more weight to the your profiles. So we will discuss in the HANA. So that is fine. We are clear up to this point. So coming to the, if I go with the one step before about the, so our the main course here. So now starters are completed. So now if I go with the main course here, the main course here, so the versions, sir, you mentioned like ECC, CRM, BW, normal our Windows versions, our Linux versions, our Android phone versions, they have the versions. So 1+7, 1+8, or iPhone 5, iPhone 14, 13, we have the versions are there, sir. Is there any versions for the SAP products also? Yes, we have the versions for SAP products also here. Sir, can you name it some of the versions here? Why? Because the most common, the product versions, you should remember this one here, right? So in the SAP, SAP in the 1972, SAP implemented the R1, SAP R1 architecture, as we discussed in the demo. Then R1 architecture we discussed, right? So then after that, that is the SAP R1 architecture in the 1972, based upon their finance accounting system that runs on the IBM server and DOS operating systems that runs on the first the product they have released, first version of the product they have released on the 1972. Sir, you mentioned 1972, that knows, then what about the remaining? So then if I go with the later, then in the 1972, after 7 years, they have identified some bugs, and so then again they have enhanced their application, means SAP application. Then how their journey started from 1972 with the R1 architecture to R1 once real-time one-time architecture to then R2 and R3 and S4, how they have their journey started here. So then 1979, so that is based upon the mainframe based real-time data processing accounting system. So they have started their applications, and I mean they have enhanced their application. They have they have enhanced their application and strategy they have enhanced. So this will work on based upon the mainframes. Why? Because they are when they are leaving the IBM, that time mainframes are the application which is leading the business. Mainframe application which is leading the business here. So based upon mainframe based real time data processing, so they have released the 1979, they have released this one here. Then after that, so again, so it's a R2 architecture. R2 means client and server architecture. So which means client send the request, then so then server will receive it here. This will creating some slowness and problems based upon the business scenario here. Then they went to the R3 architecture in the 1992. They have they went to the three-tier architecture. So three-tier architecture, and so they have ERP solutions that time enabling the SAP to be used by the enterprise business. SAP to be used by the enterprise business. So they have the three-tier architecture for the ERP solutions. So they have enabling the SAP to be used by the enterprises. Enterprises means organizations. So from here, R3 architecture they have introduced in 1992. That is the ERP solutions. The organization starts using the from here. They have started using it here. Then from here, there are the multiple versions like SAP R3 4.0, 4.6, 4.7. So multiple things they have released it. Then so after that, they have just to changed their thing to the SAP ECC Enterprise Core Component. This is also like a this is also like a R3 architecture. So and this is they have 2004 then ERP, the foundation of the SAP industry solutions and everything. They have started, including the ERC, the ECC, the successor of the R3. It's not like that a different component here. SAP ECC is a successor of the R3 version here. And so successor of the R3 version, everything in 2004. So they have started releasing the ECC version here, successor of the ECC here. Then after that, so SAP ECC 6.0. These are the version 6.0. So which they have released into the market. Then 2004 ECC 5.0. Then 2005. So they have so 6.0 they have started here. Then after that, all are thinking about the then ECC 7.0, but nothing. Then there is a ECC 6.0. Then EHP1 they have started releasing it here. EHP1 here. So in 2006, EHP1, then yearly ones they have started releasing the all the EHP2, then EHP3, then EHP4, then EHP5, then EHP6, then EHP7, and EHP8. This is the last version SAP released into the market. Then after that, so they went to the business is called the SAP S4 ANA. S4 ANA, they have released it here, right? So, which means the ECC, the R3, R1, R2 term is over. Then this is the ECC, they have released it. This is the successor of the R3 version. Then 6.0. Then instead of releasing the version, they have released the enhancement packages. EHP means enhancement packages here, which means after the ECC, there is a new package they will install it the people here like that. So they released up to HP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like that. So they have released into the market here. They have released into the market here. So that is what they have done it here. Then after that, then S4 ANA version they have released it, which we are talked about the previously. So which means ECC, then R1, R2, R3, ECC, then S4 now. S4 means S for simplified fourth generation HANA database. This is a successor of the ECC, but it's a advanced the fourth generation business suite here. Advanced and the fourth generation business suite here, which means so the customers who are already in the version they have changed their architecture here, fourth generation business suite, which means there the some lot of changes are happened in the S4 systems. So that is the reason. So people are performing the conversion and migration activities from ECC to S4 systems here. That is what the version strategy here. Then S4 HANA also we have the versions here. S4 HANA in 1511 2015 in the 11th month they have started releasing it here. Then S4 HANA, then 1610, right? 2016 and the 10th month they have started. Then S4 HANA, the 1709, that time they have the less customers to use it here. So now 1809, they have the versions. Then, so sorry. Then yearly ones again 2017, 2018, then 2019 09. So they have started releasing it here 2019. So they have started releasing it here, right? 2019 they have started releasing it here. Then after that, versions and month they are starting. Again, they have changed their things to the then S4HANA 2000, right? Then S4HANA, so 2021, right? S4HANA 2020, sorry. Yeah, the 2020, the versions. So 2020, then S4HANA 2021, then S4HANA 2022, then S4 then S4 in their version itself they have so 2023. Then S4 2024. But still this is not released. It's ready to release it by end of 2024 or somewhere. But still as of now this is not released. We have the latest version that is called the S4 2023 is the latest version which SAP released. Sir, why I need to know about all these version details and everything? So we are not the freshers here. We are the professionals. Okay. So professionals means we should know about some history about the SAP also here. So if someone asks you the version of the S4 latest versions, we should be up to date. What is the latest version of the ESCC means ECC 6.0 and EHP 8, they have stopped releasing it here. There is no support after the 2027 after these customers here. So immediately they need to go for the S4 HANA systems. Immediately they need to go for the S4 HANA systems here, right? That is what we are doing here. Then after that, so we are end of the 2027, we are migrating everything to the, we are converting everything to the end of before itself only we have started already multiple customers, they have already started here S4 conversion. But wherever you go, either ECC version or R3 versions or S4, wherever the product they have projects, they have installed it here. Your activities are, your core activities, basis activities are common here, right? Core activities, the way of logging procedures, the way of working on the SAP systems, our activities are commonly here, it is used. So that is the, you no need to bother about, once again, you no need to bother about the systems. So we will discuss about the core activities are common here, right? So this is the versions of the ECC and S4 HANA. So why we only discussing these two are very important here. So that's why as a basis consultant, we should require these two. And also you should remember also this one. And also we have the NetWeaver stack also. There is a SAP NetWeaver versions also. It is very important here. So why? Because so if these products, if we want to install this IECC and S4 HANA, this NetWeaver this NetWeaver versions are important here. This NetWeaver versions are important here. So this is the SAP NetWeaver 7.0. They have released in the 2005. When the ECC 6.0 they have released it, then so if you need the ECC 6.0, there is a base version NetWeaver 2005, say 7.0 is required. Then after that 7.0 EHPs 1, 2, 3 they have released it. So, but you don't need to worry about those things. And 7.1, then NetWeaver 7.1, then 7.2, not much success on the 7.2. Then immediately they go for the 7.3. Then immediately SAP NetWeaver 7.31, right? Then immediately SAP NetWeaver 7.4, they have started, right? Then SAP NetWeaver 7.5 versions, it's the 7 series, they have released this version here. Then after that, so after that they went to the, so just they changed the SAP NetWeaver to, so as above platform to, as above platform to the 7.51. Then about then just changed their naming convention, NetWeaver naming convention to the as above version to the 7.52. Then again after that they have changed to the above platform 1809. So when it comes to the So here how they have changed it here 1809 here, then above platform, so 1909, then above platform 2020, 2021, 2022. So like that, so they have so 2020, right? So like that. Why? Because if you want to install the S4 on a ECC, the base NetWeaver is required. NetWeaver apps are required. NetWeaver apps are required here. NetWeaver apps are required here, right? Then NetWeaver 2024, above platform 1909, above platform 2020, above platform 2021, above platform 2022, above platform 2023, like that. So they have it to this with the same naming convention, they have started it here. So here they have so as above 7.5251 something like that they have released it, but so with the same version to maintain the same sync of the versions, so this products above platform. So which means if you want to work on the ECC systems, you need the SAP NetWeaver and as well as the ECC product component also together it's required. We want to install the if you want to work on the S4HANA system, then S4HANA systems as well as the this product, the base product also is required here. Means NetWeaver is the base. So NetWeaver is the base for so all the SAP systems here, either ECC, CRM, SRM, BW, so Fiori, and the portal systems and Java systems. NetWeaver is the core. NetWeaver is the base here, right? NetWeaver is the base here. NetWeaver is the base here. Okay. So these versions you can just remember. Why? Because it's very important, these things. So why SAP product? Suppose like if you want to go with the some other things here, how the ECC is required the NetWeaver version, how the S4HANA is required the so these versions are NetWeaver is required. So these things are required here. NetWeaver is the base. Without NetWeaver, you can so basically without NetWeaver platform, NetWeaver basic apps, you cannot install the S4HANA system, you cannot install the ECC system here. The basic functionality will be provided by the, on top of the remaining product functionalities will get, business functionality will get on this one here, right? So the base is required here. Without base, you cannot do, we cannot install, system will not be installed first of all. Okay, base is required here. So these things are, you should know the versions related information you should know here. So that is the reason the R1, then R2, R3, then so they are the ERP customers, then ECC 5.0, ECC 6.0 in the 2006. Now after that, then SAP HANA platforms, then many customers, many enhancements they have started, and finally they have successful version of the S4HANA with will S4HANA systems there that it will support to the machine learning applications, cloud applications, then AI artificial related applications also directly talk to the our S4HANA systems. There is a lot of automations, they have enhancements. So in the S4HANA system means just not a updated version of ECC. Don't think like it's a just okay updated version. The only naming convention they have changed, right? No. Each and every the higher release of the version, SAP they will implement the new enhancements, new functional based upon the current business. So AI related functionalities, it will support to the AI related. So based upon the current business, they will support it here, right? So this is not released it. Just you can remove this one from the your account, your notes here. They will release it. Soon they will release it here. So still it is not released it here. Okay. I am pausing here. Just I discussed about today is our first class discussed only just introduction about the versions, SAP versions, how they have introduced it here, right? So tomorrow we'll discuss about the implementation. Sir, I want to now the okay, I want to install the SAP, I want to work on the SAP system, then what I have to do? Then implementation projects. Then what we have to do as part of the implementation. So those things will comes under the point here. So today I am only less, so I'm just stopping here. So if any, feel free to, you can ask me any questions here.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Now in my course, ECC or S4HANA is, sir.
So in our course, as I said here, ECC as well as we will discuss